Well, it's the end of June now. Here in Monteriggioni at the Italian farm. 5:30 in the morning. We got up early because there's a rain shower expected this morning. We got still a ton of work to do. In the last episode, we had harvested the barley. And then we spent a lot of time in one of our vineyards, the smaller of the vineyards, working there. And we got more vineyard work to do today. Unfortunately, in the larger one, we're going to do it a little different than the other one. But yeah, we'll probably spend a lot of time over in the vineyards today. Not much to my liking either, but it's what needs to be done. Yeah, it looks a little overcast. I think the rain's expected around 7, which means it could be as early as 6. The rainstorm last night turned to hail, which is why everything's kind of inside and under cover. But that also means we got more work to do this morning, getting all the products loaded up. We'll start over here. We'll get the spring onions first, because they tend to want to go up to the supermarket, and we'll put the Napa cabbage on. We'll get this loaded onto the truck. Have to get the Landini out. We'll load the produce to go up to Ristorante a Centro. You see the village in the background there. Overcast skies. So a suggestion was made, I think it was Pear, saying we should get a windmill. There's a really good one that I think would fit the map real good, but it actually ends up costing more than the actual grain mill does. And then I'd have to figure out where I was going to put it. So I appreciate the suggestion. It's probably would be the best thing to do, but I don't think I'm gonna take it. I apologize. I feel like it should, really. I think it would be awesome, but you know, sometimes putting in the placeables more trouble. There was a less expensive option. It doesn't show up when you search the keyword windmill, but it's a grain mill. I think it's one up. Guy who does a lot of Eastern European stuff, like Bart Snob or something like that. But I don't know what. Just doesn't look. I don't think it looks like it fits as well. So I think we may just kind of go with the grain mill, and I think maybe in order to get it going, so we can get going on the pasta sooner, I may take out a loan. But I'm not sure. But if, say we took out a €100,000 loan, we got 105,000 euros right now, that would get us able to buy the grain mill and start producing flour. We got barley and spelt in the silo here. We can get over there and get it started processing. And then with the additional monies that we're making, we can start paying off that loan, start earning money, more money, and then maybe we'll be able to buy the pasta factory. Which is kind of what we want to do. something unique to this Italian map. Alright, that's loaded up. And then what did I say? I needed to get the Landini over onto the trailer probably before we start loading it. Could go over and start plowing that barley field, use that subsoiler we bought, and maybe I'll have a worker go over and do it, but I think I gotta get in the vineyards today, because if I don't, I don't know if that has any effect on our harvest or not. So the first one we need to stone pick, the smaller one. We also have to see if we can put lime down on it. And then the second one we've got to mulch. Subsoil and spread lime on it as well. So that's gonna be time consuming. Especially, yeah, because with that subsoiler that we have, where we're going to use the disco vine, which means we're going to have to go up and down each row twice. So it's going to take a little bit more time, I think. Let's get the garlic first. I started loading the trailer anyway. I said I was going to hook the Landini up to it first. I didn't. I think I better do that now. You really shouldn't probably be loading a trailer. It's not hooked up to anything. It makes it harder. When you do, put that down. Go get the Landini, the little one, because this is what we used to drive into town. Oh, I need to probably fuel this up here first thing, especially we're going to be using it a lot today. There we go. Not a very big tank, is it? Got chickens. Okay. Up now. Like this, and then an egg pellet, and then we'll be ready to go deliver. Uh-oh. My garlic pellet gets stuck on there? Yeah. Sometimes doing that makes it easier to get it off, yeah. Looks like one of the easiest ways to get the stuck ones off, you can try and shake it off, but if you lower the pallet forks down, disconnect them, and then reconnect them. Seems to want to come off a little easier. No charge for that tip. Okay. Seems to work for me. Individual results may vary. Just put this pallet of eggs on the back here and get everything strapped down and we'll run her into town. There we go. Seems like a good enough spot as any to park it. Throw a strap over that, strap over the eggs. Hop in, and away we go. Not even gonna look, check prices, it's just, this is what we're doing. So in July, I'm trying to think, how soon did I get the rye in? Hoping it's ready to harvest next month. If the rye's ready to harvest next month, we're going to get it harvested first, and then a catch crop in right away. And what I want to do is get canola in that field, take advantage of the beehives. And then where the canola field is now, I could harvest that a little later, even though it'll be ready probably in July. Because we'll probably put a grain crop in. I think I might do, what's it called? Triticale? Just because I haven't done it before. In the grain mill, it behaves just like barley and I think rye, as far as production wise, so there we go. Yeah, I'm thinking we could borrow 100,000. I'm gonna go out just to go past the vineyard. We could easily borrow the 100,000 and go get the grain mill, because we make good money with the produce. We'll earn it back fairly quickly. And then if I did not see that there was another one right behind him. And another one. Okay, it's gracious. Yeah, you can see that one still needs to be mulched. And then the other one has been mulched. Oh. I should get into my olive grove and see if I can figure out a way to do the plowing and the lime in there to get better yield. If I have time, maybe I'll run in there with the disco vine, see if I can make it happen. I don't know. Alright, let me go get the pickup and we'll do the other delivery. Or should we wait till it rains? Well, I think we're going to be waiting out the rain here this morning. I don't have a cover for my trailer, do I? So I can't really load it up and take grain to the grain mill once we buy it until after it stops raining. We could probably mulch in the rain. It'd be alright, wouldn't it? I bet it would be okay. So we'll just pull back here, we'll grab the mulcher, that'll remind us what our next task is. A lot of times I forget what I was planning on doing. Alright, let me take the pickup, I'll come back, then we'll go and we'll do some mulching in the rain, probably. Okay, we're arriving back at the farm now. 7:15. I could hear the thunder rumbling as we were heading up towards the supermarket. And yeah, around the time we were there, it's when rain started falling and turned on the windshield wipers. It's interesting, this bucket doesn't like... That's funny. Alright. It's raining, but it's not too bad. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go over and we'll get started with the mulching. Yeah, it's a little heavier than I thought. I think we'll be okay though. It's not too muddy or anything over there in the vineyards, so it should be alright. Mulching in the rain. So I said I wish I had a little bigger mulcher. I think this is like, this one comes in 3 sizes. We don't have enough horsepower for the larger one. And there's one that's smaller, which probably would be better to have, because this one, what, were we just coming down the road last time? I can't remember. I wonder if we'll get wheel slip on the wet grass, probably. Because of the size of this one, we're going to have to go up and down the rows, I think. Well, no, I don't think. I know. Which means it's going to take longer. Surprising that there's so much dust, given that it's raining. You would think that wouldn't be too hard to fix. If rain, then no dust. I can't There we go. Have a lot of movement there. What did we want to do? Well, let me do the first. No, let's skip. Two. I don't know if this will be a good plan or not. I'm trying to think of how we did it before. Do we just go and do all the turns necessary? This is going to be really slow, isn't it? I think maybe it went up and then just came down every time. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. I've been working on this for quite a while now. Yeah. Learning a bit. It would be much easier if steering assist worked on this and the tool had a better working whip. Of course, that's kind of our fault. Maybe there is something that works a little better. What I don't know is if you really have to have it mulched right up to the vines. I don't know if that's true. But with this, it's adjustable. So you can get it close to the vines. Thing is, you don't want it to hit the vines, especially at any speed, because it's going to kick you out and definitely miss something that'll be left there. So if you get the right distance and carefully don't get kicked out by hitting any poles, it can work pretty well, but it takes effort. This is a very tedious crop to do. I think a lot of them, some of the crops can be very tedious. That's why people don't like to do the vegetables They don't like to do the sugar cane. They don't like to do the potatoes or sugar beets. They pay very well, but they're very tedious to do. Get a huge amount of volume, so you're doing more carting and everything. But yeah. So this one, it goes, that's all the way over, so I don't have enough movement back and forth. I want to come in a little bit and try to reverse. There we go. And as I was doing this for what, hours now, it seems like, quite a few, I would see the traffic back up. I wonder if that's all the tourist traffic for the village. You know, waiting to get a spot in the parking lot or what have you. I don't know. I guess maybe that's one of the nice things about the Kinleg map is the tourists are mostly in buses. Okay. You also have to pay attention. I've found it easier to, because of the hill and the power and everything, to just do it on the downhill. Because coming uphill, we're going to be going like 2 kilometers per hour. And then if there's any reason to back up and start again, you're going even slower. So it seems to work a little quicker. Now, if we had something that did the whole area between the vines in one pass, we would be able to do this easily twice as quickly. There may be something that'll do it, but this tractor doesn't have the horsepower, so I need to consider that. You know, in FS22 they came out with the Antonio Carrera pack. It wasn't 22, right? Yeah. And it had a bunch of, you know, vineyard style tractors. I imagine they might have had better horsepower. We should look for that. And oh yeah, and recently there was the content update with a couple of new machines. One of them being a sprayer that'll do almost 3 rows of vines at the same time. Or I guess it'd be, well, you have to go around the other side. Basically does like 3-4 rows of vines at the same time. I don't know if we can justify that for the amount of vineyards that we have, but that it'd certainly be worth leasing maybe next year, since we already sprayed this year. Well, this one's not fully fertilized yet. I guess it could do that. I had another idea, something I wanted to do though, so I'm likely to do my other idea. I had it first. We're almost done here. It's going to be lunchtime by the time we're done. Weird. I warned you. See how we got kicked out? And it lifted the mulcher. Gotta be careful. I warned you that we'd be spending a lot of time in the vineyard today. What needs to get done. Hopefully I can get those coming together. Almost there. Almost there. Doesn't help when you hit the poles, though. It slows you down. So you got 3 more times down the hill. Too far away. I would go up the other side and show you how slow it is, which is why I changed my mind. There you go. See, look, it's almost lunchtime. Is that like all the tourists coming to the village to eat our produce at Ristorante Centro? Bouncing on poles. I think I see some where I bounced off. It probably won't end up getting it. That's alright. I'm about burnt out on doing this after this much. And the worst part is I've got to come back and with the disco vine and do that. And I want to try and maybe get that done today. Look how slow we're at 4 kilometers per hour. But I can adjust this. At this speed, it's better. Well, did we miss that? We're on. Why is it missing that? I don't know. But yeah, we could have drove up and down probably in the time it's taking us to go halfway. It's brutal. The power of this thing. One of those Antonio Carrera's got good horsepower behind this. There is a higher horsepower model of this, but I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. We're gonna call this good right here and get back to the farm. Oh, goodness. Take the hardball road back. All right, back at the farm. I think we're done with this. Can I get that Grape trailer out, I wonder? Between that sprayer and that bag of fertilizer. I need the disco vine. I also need that lime spreader. Shoot the gap carefully. Yep, perfect. Did work. Let's zoom around here. Drop it right there. Can I use the disco vine without a weight? I think I can. This is going to look much like what we just got done doing, so I don't want to do it just yet. We're going to go into the house. We're going to take out 100,000 euro loan. Going to go into the finances screen, and then we're going to borrow 100,000. So let me. I guess that's it. That's all you have to do. I think I might have hit the switch in my ear that I can't. Oh, I think I can hear all right. Okay, I'm going to grab the Fiat. I think it's only in my right ear. I'm going to grab the trailer. We're going to take the spelt down to the grain mill and buy the grain mill. I think it's going to cost us, what, 200,000? Probably best if I could do it. Loop around this way. There we go. And then I'll just come around the spelt. I don't have spelt. Did I sell the spelt? I must have. So all I'm gonna have is barley, huh? Alright. I guess it's only one trip we have to make then. I had forgotten that I had sold all the spelt. Well, we'll reload the barley in here. We'll take it down there and we'll get it started processing into flour. Maybe I jumped the gun on getting the grain mill. I thought I had well, pretty much a trailer load of spelt as well. So we'll have rye here in a month, hopefully, to take down there as well. Yeah, it might almost been too soon to get the grain mill because we don't have a lot of grain to put in it. And get down there. Okay, we're arriving over here at the grain mill. That drive was not without incident. Somebody got impatient behind me when I went to go pass around the accident. Alright, so put this here. Now where was the... I forgot. Hang on. Where was the door at? To buy this, was it way over here? No. Not there. Is it back up here somewhere? Here. No. Alright. Oh, hang on. Oh, I opened the help menu. I had meant to turn on the interactive zone markers. So they're not over here. That's where the flour comes out. Okay, this is... Oh, there we go. Okay, we're going to put in barley. While that slowly goes down, I'll mention that one of the other reasons I ended up not going with the windmill, which was a great suggestion, is that I had made earlier decisions based on the recipes at this particular grain mill, which has rice producing the most amount of flour. And so we had decided to do rice fields, and some of the windmills don't even do rice flour or rice into flour. So that would have just made things difficult, awkward for us, I guess. We have not been to the store today. Should we stop by as we go past just to check? Make sure we're not missing out on something for used equipment. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll check online. Save us the trip. So here's what I'm thinking of doing, because I'm tired of going up and down in that one vineyard. We'll go over to the other vineyard and we will pick the stones with the skid steer, the compact track loader. To save time, I won't bother parking this trailer just yet. So we'll just pull here. I'm gonna stop, hop out. Oh, and turn those off, because I don't want the interactive zone markers on all the time. All right, hop in here. This is fairly slow. Let's see. I don't think I need that. So I'll go ahead and put those forks right there. It's like a grid bucket or something. I don't know what. But it works as a stone picker. I'm gonna refuel the Kubota before we head over there though. Uh-oh, I'm out of fuel. I'm gonna have to arrange for a fuel delivery here. Let's see if this needs any more. A little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and jump cut over to the vineyard for you. I'm gonna have to make the slow drive. It would probably be worthwhile to get some sort of car trailer that we can tow behind the pickup that we could put this on. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter if have time to be able to drive back and forth, I suppose. It's just not ideal. It's a bit far. Okay, so we're here over in the field. I don't know if we turn this. Oh, it's on anyway, so I don't know. Do I see any stones here? Not sure. Yeah, there are some. And so I think all you need to do is just lower it enough that you get a little bit of that. There you go. Kind of that dirt look. Flowing. If you do it correctly, it doesn't slow you down too much. Well, looks like I missed some in that one. I missed some. I don't know if I should go. Well, it's a track loader, so it should. I'm having a tough enough time though, turning though. I think it'll get the whole thing, yeah. Looks like I missed some there. Not stones, but some grass. See, I think I need to go every other one and then come back. Probably be easier. So you see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go every other one. It'll be easier for the turn. And then I won't hit poles. So this works pretty good for this application at least. It's acceptable. And the Euro span brings up the stones when you subsoil it. The disco vine, I do not believe it does, so we won't have that to worry about in the other field, which would be nice. So then after I do this, I could lime in here. I think I'll probably wait until I get the other one done, then we'll do both fields at the same time. And we found that it'll only lime where you plowed, so you can just see like the two tracks right by the row of vines, or the whatever, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, the row of vines, that's all that'll take the lime. So when we do the disco vine, the whole field will get limed. Let's see if, I don't know if it makes a difference on the yield. We'll see when we're all done what the yield bonus is on the two separate fields. Or vineyards. Alright, so let me work on this. Alright, just after 2 o'clock, I think we're about done. Other than accidentally dumping out the stones because you bounce off a pole, like I just did there. If you're careful, it's not so bad. Relatively speaking, I think I prefer this to mulching. Okay, I think that's it. So we got 310 liters of stones, not bad. Fits in the bucket, don't have to do anything else with it, just take it back to the farm, which of course will be a nice long slog. I'll see you there, I guess. I did take a look at the used equipment. It was just a combine harvester and a self-propelled sprayer, way out of our price range for both. So yeah. As we trundle past the olive groves around the walled village of Monteriggioni. I'll see you back at the farm. Put these stones in a pile and we'll get back to work in the vineyard. So just dump it right there. Probably about 600, less than 1,000 liters of stones probably there. Or I guess we could spread them out on our yard here, if they're the right size. Alright, much as I hate to say it, it's time to take the disco vine over. But what I'm going to do is on the way, I'm going to swing by the olive grove and see how it performs plowing around the if I don't turn on create fields, it should only do the area next to the olive tree, right? That's gonna bring up probably stones. Oh wait, no, the disco vine doesn't bring up stones, right? Let's see. I guess no point in conjecturing. Let's find out what it actually does. You don't turn it on. Just drop it down and see what happens. It does look like it affects the grass. But what's it doing? Is it like cultivating it? Oh, I bet it is. Alright, hang on. So this is the one we did, right? But see how that kind of like cultivated it. But it is... I wonder if you could plant grass in here. Imagine this is like a field. It's got grass in it. So it's like a field of grass with olive trees in it. So if you come through with the disco vine, it will cultivate the field and you'll lose the grass. You can come back and plant it again, I suppose, but you could do it if you were careful. Let me take a look at the map real quick. We should see one olive tree without red around it. Yeah, but it didn't completely do it. Yeah, I'm not sure how best to address that. Needs plowing for the olive grove. What am I doing? 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're heading back over. I'm gonna go this way, so I don't know. Oh wait, I can go this way. I'll just go all the way around the village. It's fine. It'll probably be quicker to go all the way around than to go back to the dirt track and across. The ring road. So this is us here. I don't know if we're gonna have to go downhill each time or not. We'll see. But I think I'm gonna have to go up and down each row. Of course, steering assist isn't going to help me at all, right? It just doesn't work in the vineyards at all. Yeah, grapevines and olive groves are not supported. But if I do this, oh, I bet. No, I need to offset. If I offset left like 0.5, hang on. I can do that, but I can't change anything inside there. So I don't think that's gonna work. If it were wider, but it's not gonna get me all the way up next to it. Oh, let's get rid of the lines. Can I get closer? Oh, it's not tearing it up. That was because I was in the grass. That's why it was tearing it up back there. Let's see. So I don't have to get as close as I'm getting, do I? Oh, I'm in grass. That's why it's doing what it's doing, right? See what happens once I get in. Oh, it looked like it did bring up some. Oh, probably because we're on the edge. Gosh. Sorry. I'll beep that out. So let's see how we climb. Oh my. Yeah, that's not gonna work very good for us, is it? Oh, I guess it's not terrible. Did get a little bit of stone there. God, I don't want to drive all the way back out here with that. Compact track loader. If you could just drive down the middle of it, I wonder if it would give you what you need. Or do you have to be up against it? I think you have to be up against the lines. Oh, I brought up stone, didn't I? Dang it. I'm pretty sure it looks like I brought up stones. Oh, come on. Somewhere in the middle here it would look like I brought up stones. Maybe not. I don't see any. I don't want to have to come back out here. Don't make me come out here. Oh yeah, there's stones. I can see them. Just not a lot of them. Alright. Well, you see what we gotta do. So yeah, the sun is going down here on Monteriggioni. See the clouds. The village walls are bathed in sunlight. I think this will be the last thing I do for today. But yeah, the sun's going away. I'm gonna hop out. Look at you, and I'm gonna say thanks for hanging out with me here, Monteriggioni, the Italian farm. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? Don't cost nothing. I think we're harvesting rye in the next episode. We'll see you next time.